everybody, it's Giselle. Thanks so much for spending some time out of your day with me. This afternoon I went to a place here local in Centerville, Ohio called Meridian 180 to get some energy work done. I know what you're thinking. A lot of people, when you say energy work, they think it's like woo-woo and like mystical. I have had energy work done 3 times previously by other practitioners here in the area, and those were all great experiences as well, but I've never had one where I got off the table and I actually felt like a different person. I really feel like we hit a breakthrough. The practitioner, his name is Doug, and he said that he just like barely tapped into the surface. So the fact that I really feel so liberated right now is a really good sign, because I know that I have a lot of things that I've been working through for a really long time, like decades probably. Just been nothing but baggage and traumas and things that have been holding me back from living my best life. He started by asking me like a question, like what is something that I want to work through? I have so many different interests and so many things that I want to do, but I don't really have a sense of direction or purpose. Kind of worked our way backwards. So he asked me, what is it that you want to do? I want creative freedom. I want a sense of community. I want a sense of purpose and fulfillment. And he said, no, like what is it that you want to do? And I sat there for a couple minutes and I was like, I have no idea. I want to do a little bit of everything. And I know that that's not exactly working in the right direction either. So then he kind of peeled back the layers and he would put his hands on different parts of my body. So he would do muscle testing on my wrist and on my arm. My arm was up and he would constantly do muscle testing. So like, was it stiff? Was it moving? Was it creating resistance at all? Different meridian points and different chakras, and then on my feet and all the acupuncture pressure points. He like started moving from, like my shoulder, my arm, and then down to my feet. And it was literally like my body was going through shock. Now, if you've ever experienced anything traumatic and your body goes into a state of shock where you start like shaking uncontrollably, that is what I experienced almost the whole 2 hours. There were a few periods where my body went into like a state of complete relaxation and stillness, but for the most part, it was like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like this. Like my heart was just going nuts. My body was uncontrollably shaking. I was like, what is happening to me right now? He would ask me certain questions like, how do you associate with this word, or how do you associate with that word? And the 2 words that we really worked a lot on today were fear and acceptance. And those are 2 things that I have been working on for a really long time, learning to accept myself and just kind of moving past fear. I wake up every day and I am just afraid to put myself out there. I know that it might not seem that way. I'm really comfortable like in front of a camera, but for some reason, like when I go out into the public, sometimes I feel like I'm 2 different people. And that's been really challenging for me, because I just want to be myself. I just want to feel loved and appreciated for who I am. And I've really struggled with abandonment ever since I was little, and those are things that really stick with you. It might not cause as much of an impact for some people, but for me, it's really like derailed me from things that I want to do. And like I said, I've gone through energy work and different practitioners and different modalities to try and like break through those things, but none of them have given me the response that I had today. Like anytime someone asks me a certain question or tries to like tap into an emotional state, I start sobbing like immediately. I cannot handle my emotions. I am like an immediate crier, and it comes out of me just like a fountain. But for the most part, it was just this like out of body experience. My physical body was really sending me into this like fight or flight response, but then like mentally, I was like, okay, like we're processing, we're dealing with this. He said that there was a lot of stress and trauma in my root chakra. I'm gonna do some more research on chakras, because that's not something that I have a lot of knowledge in. Did a lot of work there, as well as in the brainstem area. So I guess I hold a lot of shit in my brainstem. I had to like neurologically rewire some things, and I feel kind of unsettled, but then I also feel like lighter and freer and happier and joyful, and like all these different things that I haven't felt in a really long time. Usually it just stirs up all this anger and frustration, and I come home and I start crying to Jeffrey. He's like, oh my God, like what's happening? My brain and my body are now connected, whereas before they were so disconnected. They couldn't have been further apart. I just like word vomited all over the place, but I feel like I'm just radiating confidence and positivity right now, and I never want to lose this feeling. I'm really passionate about finding new ways to help us heal, help our bodies move on. I was meant to be at that appointment today. I remember when I met that practitioner, I was like, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I've tried it before, it didn't really work for me, and mine ended up taking like 2 hours. Obviously, I needed the work. I know I still have things that I need to work on, but just I feel like we covered a lot of ground today and that I made a lot of progress, and I'm really proud of myself. So this is a self-healing journey. I have to love myself before I can pour love into other people. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!